Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise.
Welcome to Whiskey and Whit. I'm Whitney, and today we are decorating for fall. I'm so excited, so stay tuned.
There's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin.
I absolutely love decorating for fall, and I also really love creating these videos. I like them because I can look back on them next year and figure out kind of where everything was if I have a question. And also it's really nice to just share some tips and tricks along the way. I usually do these for fall and Christmas every year, and you guys enjoy them, so be sure to leave a comment once you're finished watching. Let me know your favorite tip here, and also be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss the full home decor tour, which will be coming soon.
I also have been getting a ton of questions of like, where is Finn when you craft, decorate, etc. He is napping, so he gave me some mommy time on this weekend day, so we're gonna roll with it. So step one is to take out all of your decor. I use these large totes from the Home Depot and I label them with duct tape. Then I grab some Mrs. Meyer's for whatever season that I am decorating for, and I start cleaning. You're not going to want to do this. You're going to probably just want to put out all your decor and do the fun stuff, but trust me, cleaning is helpful. Then I started on my living room coffee table. So the first thing I did was put out my DIY tray and then create this little cloche with some pumpkins that I got from Hobby Lobby. You want to put them in upside down. That helps, so then when you flip it over, your stems are going to be facing up. And then I usually like to operate in the rule of 3s or 5s. So then that way your little setup looks a little bit more interesting to the eye. Typically I do 3s, but here I like the look of the 5s. I also like to mix up some textures, and that's what I did here with the beads, the Dollar Tree little pumpkin, and the sweater pumpkin. Now on to my stairs. I love the look of garland on these little banisters for Christmas, and so a couple years ago I decided I was going to do the same thing for fall because that's up for a lot longer too. So the burlap is just from Hobby Lobby, as well as the little leaves, and I just use some Dollar Tree jute twine to tie it to my banister. I just do little bow ties and it really spices it up. I repeat the same step for the kind of top little landing for our top area. We don't really have a hallway upstairs, it's this open air thing, so I ended up doing the same thing so that the two banisters looked the same, and I really love it. I might also add some lights to this just so then it gives you kind of that cozy vibe, especially as it gets darker throughout the end of the year. Now your end tables don't have to be hard to decorate. The rule of thirds totally applies here too. I took a large and a small pumpkin and added it to that little area with that picture frame, and it really added to the visual appeal. Another tip that I'm loving now that I'm a mom is functional decor. So what I mean by that is this crate that says grateful on it, I've had for years, but now I'm using it under our TV to house a lot of Finn's toys. So it looks seasonally decorated, but everything's put away and off the floor. Another tip I've shared before, but it's too good not to share again, is the updating of your gallery wall. So you don't need to put in any type of holes or do anything crazy. Literally just go through, use what you have, and figure out what will fit in each area. I don't take everything down. I take down maybe 2, 3, 4 pieces, and I just swap stuff out until it gives me the look that I want. Also, you can update your wreath areas really simply. So here I just added a little Target dollar spot sign I've had for a couple years. It says gather here with grateful hearts. I put it in this lamb's ear wreath that I have out year round, and that already gives it a little bit of a fall look. But then to finish it off, I just took some Dollar Tree little leaves, and they have these little pieces on the back where you can just hook them into a wreath, and that's a quick way to make it fall without having to do too much work. Another area a lot of us have in our houses are shelves, and it's hard to figure out how do you make it look cohesive, but then also seasonal. You don't want it to look too busy. So what I usually do is I spend a lot of time, I have a little pile of what I want to put on the shelves on my couch, which is right underneath the frame. and I go in and put stuff down, try it out, step back. If that doesn't work, go back, flip it out, try it again. This was probably a 15-20 minute process, taking stuff on, taking stuff off, but then once you get it where it is, it looks great. You can also check out Pinterest for some inspiration for these little vignettes or each shelf. I do that too, so then it helps keep my ideas fresh and I don't go back to the same thing year after year. A lot of those same principles applied here when I was decorating our guest bath downstairs. So grouping things in little vignettes, figuring out ways that I can incorporate some of the pops of orange, but then also keeping it pretty neutral. I really love adding things like banners as well because there's a big gap between the top of the toilet and this bottom shelf. So this really helps fill that space and it makes that bottom shelf look a little bit more warm and inviting. Then I jumped back in and added some items that gave me, again, that pop of orange. I also like to use some different candlestick holders to give it different heights. So that one was just from the Dollar Tree. Changing up the sizing of your items is also going to give you that variety that's going to make it look a little bit more styled. Big pumpkins, small pumpkins, also variety of textures and patterns will also help. So buffalo check and plain, a sweater pumpkin, and a mat or a sweater in a ceramic, that will really help enhance the look.
I hope you found some tips in this video to help you as you get into the fall spirit. Let me know down below, when do you typically decorate for fall? I am a mid-August person. I just get really excited and put everything up, and also with my channel, you know, everything's just a little bit earlier than the normal timing. Also, like I mentioned before, be sure to hit subscribe so you do not miss that full home decor tour so you can see how everything came together. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!
Yesterday